Hello, everyone, and welcome to TCR Platinum Class Season 9, Round 2 in China. And right off the bat, it looks like we're off to a wet qualifying. So that's going to be pretty fun. I'm not sure if we're going to see a dry race or a wet race. It's definitely going to mix up the strategies a little bit in the race, and that's definitely going to be very, very interesting today. So I'm very excited to see all of that. We've got a great league so far, great couple of races. I was lucky enough to win in China right here on Tuesday, so that was really, really great, especially after I got disconnected. Oh, and I guess I forgot to mention, you're listening to Blin Machine. So welcome again. This is Blin Machine commentating in this league for the very first time, and I hope I can do well tonight. Let's see what we've got going on here so far. So we've got Seafreeze drifting around the corner here, trying to, I think, go on his flying lap, or he might be on a cooldown lap. We'll take a look here. Okay, so we've got some good laps so far, especially considering that this is a wet session. Not sure if it's gonna get drier towards the end of the session. That would be really, really fun as well. But so far, we've got Dougie here going on a 143.7, leading the board. We've got Go-To Guy at 144.5. Seafreeze 144.7, so very, very close. Fatal 144.8. Very, very close between the first four. Okay, and now I'm just trying to figure out how do I make this screen disappear. How do I make this screen disappear? I do apologize about this. Obviously, my first time broadcasting in this league, so a little bit of technical difficulties here. Okay, I think we've got that fixed. I do apologize about that again, and in the meantime we've had Kersey set a really, really quick lap, a 144.4, so he's up to second position now. Let's see, let's follow somebody who's out on the lap right now here. We've got Sequit. He's going around pretty quickly. And sorry if my audio is a little bit muffled. I'm just wearing my medical mask since we're in China tonight. All right, let's go through the rest of the field here. We've got Seafreeze in the pits right now. Breezy, he is he coming into the pits or is he coming out? No, he's coming into the pits. Fatal's in the pits. We've got Giant Johnson. He's going around on a lap here. Let's follow him around. Oh, and he crosses and he puts himself in second. 144.3. Very, very quick lap on these wet intermediate tires. But these wet conditions, they're always tricky. They're always interchangeable. One corner is always different, one lap after the other. So it's very, very tricky to follow around. I think Kersey is going to be going into the pits here. He's got a low fuel warning. Is Dougie coming into the pits now, or is he heading out on another lap? Let's follow him around here. And sorry, we're actually following Giant. I do apologize about that again. Making mistakes left, right, and center today, but I'll try to do better throughout the broadcast. And we've also got Kev Berge coming out right now onto a out lap, so that's going to be very interesting to see. He hasn't had any laps yet, so no time set. Nick Minty, I think he's on an out lap right now, or no, he's actually going around on a hot lap right now. Connor, I just saw your message. Thank you very much. I got it figured out. Again, this is my first time, so wasn't expecting to get it all perfect, but let's see what we've got here. Nick Minty has come around the lap, and he puts himself 15th, 146.4. Xander, 145.9 right now. I think he's just going around. Ooh, and a little bit of a slide there. And we've got yellow flags. Who is this for? Oh, no, I don't see anybody. I guess that was just a little quick spin somewhere, or somebody had a little bit of a moment. So, yeah, definitely interesting how this is going to affect the race, because obviously wet tires, intermediate tires, qualifying, all of that is definitely going to be very interesting. We've got a reserve driver here with us tonight, Hot Bread. Welcome. Let's see how you can do in this league. I was just watching the race from last week, and that was definitely exciting and full of incidents. So definitely be careful. Let's have a clean race this week around, and let's see what we can do. I think Seafreeze is out on a hot lap right now. Okay, and Seafreeze is about to come around here. And he stays 6th for now. We've got Dougie leading the board at 143.5. He's on his out lap. Giant 144.3, so about 0.8 of a second there. That's quite a bit of a gap. So Dougie definitely has a pretty good feel on these conditions right now. Kersey. Oh, and we've got Joe Breezy just breaking that time that Dougie had said before, 143.4. So just a little bit quicker, which means that Giant is now in a different postcode, because he's about a second, almost a second behind. He's gonna have to recover here. He is on a brand new set of tires right now on his outlap, so we'll come back to him in a second to watch that. Somebody just went off here. Is he just letting it past? Not sure what that was, but that was definitely a little bit of an off there. That's Kersey. Oh, he's just letting people by. Okay. Kersey is a pretty good driver. I know him from another league at AOR America. We raced there before. I know he's very, very quick and pretty clean. So definitely one to watch. But he told me earlier today that he's having some wheel issues, so that's definitely not something you want to hear before a race, especially not in China, especially not when you're qualifying in wet conditions. But so far he's doing all right. He's fourth right now with a 144.4. I think he's on his outlap right now, just getting ready to go ahead. Might be wrong. He might be on a fast lap. Okay, let's see somebody that we haven't watched yet. So we've got Talon here. Last week was definitely a very good week for him. It was very interesting to watch. So let's see what he can do this weekend. Or this Thursday, to be exact. Geesh, I'm not sure why I said weekend. And Talon is coming around right now. And so far he's going to stay in 9th with a 144.8. So last week Talon was 9th. Right now he's qualifying in 11th at a 144.8. Oh, that was a big slide. That was really nice, holding it back there. Nice catch, Talon. That takes a little bit of skill in these sort of conditions. And meanwhile, he does, however, drop to 13th, but we've got Go-To Guy smashing the fastest lap so far, 143.406. He's beating Joe Breezy just by 0.30 of a second right now. Joe Breezy was very close to the podium last week. He finished in 4th, so I know that he's going to want to try and improve on that. Go-To Guy was 2nd last week in Bahrain, so definitely very interesting. We're coming to the last laps here. Let's see if anybody's on a fast lap right now. Freeze. I'm not sure if he's running on a fast lap. I don't think so. We've got yellow flags in Sector 3, but I don't see anybody on the map really spinning out. Fatal is going into the pits. Kersey so far in 2nd right now. Professional is really down low right now in 14th. Oh, and we've got yellow flags for iRoll. He's had a little bit of an off. It looks like at the last corner. Right before, or the one before last corner. And Toaster looks like he's on a quick lap right now. Let's see if he's gonna go around or if he's heading to the pits. No, I think he's probably gonna be heading to the pits, judging by his fuel. Or he's coming around. Let's see if he can improve on his time right now. And he stays 11th. So I think this is pretty much going to be the grid for the race. We've got Dougie in first with a 143.303, so he went even quicker. Go-to guy 143.4. Joe Breezy 143.4. Giant Johnson 143.7. Sequid with a 143.8. Seafreeze 143.89. Kersey 143.9. So we've got a pretty close grid here. Everybody's within a few tenths of each other, except for maybe the first couple of people on the grid. I think this is going to be a very, very exciting race. So let's run through this again. Dougie in first, Go-To Guy in second, Joe Breezy in third, Giant Johnson in fourth, Sequid in fifth, Seafreeze in sixth, Kersey in seventh, Minty in eighth, Hot Bread, the reserve driver, in ninth. That's very, very good qualifying there. Fatal in 10th, Toaster 11th, iRoll in 12th, and we've got Xander 13th, Talon in 14th, Professional in 15th, and we've got Kev Berge in 16th. Only 2 seconds behind, and we've got the top 8 all within a second of each other. The top 7 within 0.6 of a second. Very, very close. Alright, so we're getting ready for the race here. We're getting ready to start the formation lap. And again, welcome to TCR Round 2. This is Platinum class. We are in China. I think very interesting that we're here tonight because, of course, the news that came out this week, real Formula 1 is not going here, at least for now, as far as we know. So, definitely going to be very, very interesting to see if we're going to get this Grand Prix at all this year, this season in Formula 1. So for now, at least we can settle for this digital version of it. So it looks like we're going to be starting in the dry, which is going to make a lot of people very happy, I think, because that means that you can start on the medium tires. Go pretty far into the race, and then switch on to the hards. And then, of course, if anything happens, any incidents, safety cars, anything else like that, that's gonna mix up things a little bit more. It's gonna make things a little bit more interesting. So let's see what happens there, because if a safety car comes out at a certain part of the race, if it's at the right time, it can definitely help a lot of people out. Pretty much just by switching up their strategy, you can go from your softs or from your hards, depending on when it is into the race. You can switch on to some softs and then go a little bit quicker than everybody else. But judging by the gaps that we've seen in qualifying so far, I think this is going to be a very, very close race. So even if you go into the softs, it's definitely a big gamble. It doesn't always pay off, so let's see if it does this time around. And I think we are ready for the formation lap. We've got everybody going off. I'm just going to remind you guys again of the grid for this race, China Round 2 for TCR Platinum class. We've got Dougie. He's qualifying on first position. Definitely gonna, I bet, go for the win this time around as well as last week. So gonna be very, very interesting to watch. We've got Go-To Guy in second, Joe Breezy in third, Giant Johnson in fourth, Sequid in fifth, Seafreeze in sixth, Kersey in seventh, Nick Minty in eighth, and the reserve driver Hot Bread making his, I think, his debut race here in this league. So that's going to be very interesting to watch him. He was very close to the pace. So, going to be very interesting to watch. Fatal in 10th position, Toaster in 11th. I'm pretty sure he's going to recover from that, judging by last week's race that I was just watching before we started this one to get sort of caught up on things. So, definitely going to be interesting to watch what he's going to do in this race. And then we've got iRoll in 12th, Xander in 13th, Talon in 14th, Professional in 15th, and Kev Berge in 16th position. And right now we're just following everybody around for the formation lap. This is Bling Machine again, making my debut appearance here as a commentator. And I'm already getting advice here that I should put on tires. Where are our tires? There we go. So we've got Dougie starting on mediums, Go-To Guy and Joe Breezy also starting on mediums. We've got Giant Johnson starting on hards. So that's going to be very interesting. He can go a little bit further into the race. Who else do we have here? Let's take a look. We've got Seafree starting on hards as well, so he's going to go a little bit farther. Kersey starting on hards. Nick Minty, Hotbread, Fatal, Toaster, and pretty much everybody down to 13th starting on medium. So a little bit of a mixed grid here. And everybody's reforming for the race right now. So we're about to go here. Get ready for the China Grand Prix for TCR Platinum Glass Season 9. And we've got 3, 4, 5 lights, and the lights are out, and here we go for China, round 2 of TCR Platinum Class, and everybody's behaving so far into the first corner. I'm gonna go back a little bit to see. Oh, we've got big crashes. Oh my goodness, who is that? We've got Fatal really suffering from that one. I-Roll. Oh my god, we've got people going off here. I-Roll has gone off the track. We've got virtual safety car, and I still see a bunch of carbon fiber pieces. 5-second penalties for Seafreeze. Another 5-second penalty for somebody else that I missed the name. Oh my god, it's all kicking off here. At the first lap, at the first couple of corners, and we've got major incidents. I'm gonna try and see who we got. We got Talon with damage on his front wing. He ran into somebody. I think Toaster might have some damage. Let me just take a look here. He looks to be alright. Kersey. Yeah, I think he's got a little bit of damage. He's missing a little bit of a front wing. Yeah, definitely. And they're still running into each other, even after virtual safety car. Guys, it's VSC. Slow down. Take it easy. No overtaking. Wow, so a lot happening on the first lap here. There's yellow flags everywhere, and we're back to green now. Virtual safety car is off, and we're back to green. Let's see what's gonna happen here. We've got Giant Johnson up to 5th, or I think down to 5th. Let's take a look here. Oh my goodness, so that was a very interesting start. And now Giant Johnson, yeah, he's got some damage as well. Sequence seems to be alright. He's in 4th position right now. Joe Breezy in 3rd, Go-To Guy in 2nd. So it looks like the first 3 or 4 people have pretty much survived through this. We've got some position changes back with I-Roll over here. He's got his whole front wing, so he doesn't have any damage as far as I can see. Talon behind him definitely has some damage. Kersey is down to 9th position. Hotbread is up to 7th, but he's definitely missing a little bit of his front wing there. He's doing alright. He's holding... Oh, he's getting run into by Nick Minty. So we're on lap 2. We already had a VSC on lap 1. A big incident. A bunch of people ran into each other. We've got many people with damaged front wings right now, so everything kicking off here. This is going to be very interesting how this turns out for the rest of the race. All of these people with damage, all these people without the damage are probably going to start moving up. Seafreeze has actually got himself a 5-second penalty on the very first lap. that was definitely not ultimate for him. I know that he was really trying to go far in this race, so it's not going to be ultimate for him. He had a severe collision, I'm pretty sure, with somebody. We've got Dougie setting the fastest lap right now, 135.6. And we've got DRS enabled. Alright, and just looking at the position changes right now, we've got Sequit. He went up a position from 5th to 4th. Giant Johnson dropped a position. Oh, and he's just dropped another position here. What's going on with Giant Johnson? C Freeze taking a little bit of an opportunity there to jump ahead. So that was very, very interesting. He doesn't seem to have any sort of front wing right now, any sort of damage. So just a 5-second penalty. I'm not really sure how he got that without getting any damage from a severe collision. I'm sure he's gonna look at that after the race. We've got HVAC Toaster really gaining some good stuff on the start here. 3 positions up, as well as Professional 4 positions up on the start, and Kev Berge went all the way to 12th, but he just had a little spin. He just had a spin coming out of the big curve onto the straight. I absolutely hate that corner, and that's exactly why, especially when you've got a little bit of extra temperature in your tires. It's not very fun coming around there, or if you're on some burnt out hards like I'm guessing what Kev Berge's got right now. But he still gained 3 positions in the first 4 laps, so that's very interesting. And now let's go back to the front here. So we've got Dougie leading with a little bit over or a little bit under a 0.4 of a second gap. And we've got Go-To Guy chasing him down. And Joe Breezy is still in the fight here as well. He's chasing them down. He's only half a second behind. Sequit is still in this fight as well. He's in 6th right now. In 4th, and he's only 0.7 of a second behind. On this track, it's very, very easy to stay with people, so as long as you stay in their DRS zone and play it smart and just go until the end, you should be alright. I'm not sure what happened to Zandermar, but I think he got involved in a little bit of that first corner incident stuff. So he definitely dropped, but it looks like only started 13th, so he dropped down only 3 positions. And Go-To Guy is staying on top of Dougie right now. He's only 0.3 of a second behind. Joe Breezy is 0.6 of a second behind them, so again, very, very close. Sequid just sets the fastest lap, 135.4, so he's definitely using that DRS and that slipstream that he's getting from Joe Breezy. Let me see if anybody has had any sort of pit stops yet or anything. Yeah, we've had Fatal that's made a stop, Talon made a stop, and Zandermar has made a stop, so I guess that's what happened to Zandermar. Guessing too much damage on his front wing. We still have a few people running with front wing damage. I'm pretty sure Giant Johnson still has front wing damage. So definitely very, very interesting to see how this is all gonna turn out. And just a reminder on the tires here as well. We've got Dougie, Go-To Guy, Joe Breezy, and Sequid all on the medium tire right now. So I think they're probably going to try and push it to maybe lap 14 or 15, somewhere around that. Maybe a little bit earlier, because I know the undercut on this particular track is actually quite powerful. So some people do choose to use that. So we'll see how long they take their tires, but other than that, we've got Seafreeze and Giant Johnson on the hards within the top 10. Other than Kersey, they're pretty much the only ones that've got that, so I'm sure that they're going to be able to use that to their advantage once the top 4 people make their stops. And they're probably all gonna follow each other since they're all locked into this battle right now. They're all within, I think, about a second of each other, all four of them. So very, very close race here. If you're just joining up right now, we've had a very, very eventful first lap. Everybody running into that first corner a little bit too ambitiously. So we've had a few people with front wing damage, a few people that had to pit a little bit early as well. So definitely not all. Oh my god, and go-to guy misses the turn, and he drops from second all the way down to fourth. That was definitely not a good corner for him. He just sort of touched the apex there in the curb and just got thrown out a little bit wide. Lost a lot of time, lost a lot of position. He's definitely going to try and recover, but Sequid comes out on top of that one. He's definitely going to like this. He can now chase down after Joe Breezy and Dougie, and he's going to stay right within that pack, use that to his advantage. Definitely, definitely very exciting here. Oh, and there's everything to play for still in this race. Everybody's very close. Oh, and this is go-to guy trying to go for a move. Let's see if he's going to be able to pull it off. No, he needs to stick behind that Red Bull of Sequid. He's going to come out to the straight again now. He's got DRS. Is he going to be able to overtake? He goes outside, and he does manage to overtake, but let's see if Sequid is going to be able to come back at him at the next couple of corners here. How close is he going to stay with him? He stays pretty close. Meanwhile, Joe Breezy and Dougie are battling for first place back and forth. They're having pretty much the same sort of battle that we're seeing for third and fourth right now. And they're still all very, very close to each other. The only other person that I can see so far that we've got close to each other right now are Nick Minty and Giant Johnson. The points. Oh, and Nick Minty goes up the inside, and he makes it up to 6th position now. Very nice move around there. I'm not sure if that was team orders or if that was just an organic overtake, but that was pretty nice. And now Seafreeze is sort of falling behind the main four right now. He's 3.1 seconds behind Sequid, so that's definitely not ultimate even on this track, but he is on the hard tires, so he's going to be able to take that a little bit longer than everybody else. He is the first person right now. Oh, and Dougie drops down to second. Joe Breezy managed to use the DRS and get around him. And I'm being told here that Seafreeze does not have a penalty. It was Hotbread that got the penalty. Oh, well, that's definitely not going to be good for the reserve driver on his first showing in this league. So that's definitely going to suck a little bit at the end of the race, but I'm sure that he's going to be able to possibly still recover to a good position. We've still got 20 laps to go. This is lap 8 of 28 of round 2 in China for the Platinum class of TCR. And it looks like Giant Johnson has a 5-second penalty for severe collision with Sequid as well, back from the starting of the race. So let's take a look here at the race director quickly. Okay, so it looks like, yeah, Giant Johnson and Hotbread both have a 5-second time penalty, and that was back from the starting of the race. And we're back to it, and Dougie is trying to chase down Joe Breezy. He's 0.29 of a second behind, so not too far. Go-to guy, only 0.7 of a second behind them. So again, the first 4 people down to Sequid, they're all being very, very quick right now. All locked into each other, all following each other around here. Nick Minty is in 6th. He's being followed by Giant Johnson with DRS and HVAC Toaster with his DRS as well. So everybody sort of got one or two cars that everybody's following around with their DRS. And that's pretty much the story here at China. Alright, so let's go back to the lead pack here. We've got Joe Breezy in 1st right now, Dougie in 2nd, Go-To Guy in 3rd, Sequit in 4th. He is dropping back a little bit now. He's actually outside of the DRS time for Go-To Guy, so he's definitely going to need to recover at least 0.2 of a second here. He's recovering a little bit of time, but I don't think it's gonna be enough to get him the DRS. He is just outside of it, 1.1 seconds, so he's not gonna get the DRS. But Dougie, Joe Breezy, and Go-To Guy all locked into this DRS each other all lap around. They've only switched positions a couple of times here. Let's take a look at the position changes. Coming up from 3rd, he's now currently in 1st, but he's being followed around very, very closely by Dougie. Go-To Guy dropping from 2nd to 3rd. Sequid actually moving up to 4th from where he started. Nick Minty in 6th right now, Giant Johnson in 7th, HVAC Toaster in 8th, Kersey in 9th, iRoll in 10th, Professional in 11th. We've got Hotbread, the reserve driver. He's actually being followed around very, very closely by his teammate. And he is a little bit back on pace from everybody, but again, he might be able to recover even though he's got a 5-second penalty at the end of the race. And is that drops that I just saw? It does look like we're about to get some rain here. If I'm not mistaken, I saw some drops there. That would definitely be very, very interesting. Yeah, I definitely see drops on the screen. I think there's going to be a very interesting weather change here now, which can really make things interesting for everybody along the grid. You have to time your stops very, very closely and very, very carefully when you're switching between dry tires to wet tires. You gotta wait until that DRS, or at least as close as possible as you can get to that DRS being disabled. But on this game, it's very, very tricky when it goes from dry to wet, because sometimes it takes very, very long, and we might end up in a situation where it never really gets wet enough. So, not gonna speak too early. Let's see what happens here. This is very, very interesting. I'm definitely seeing more and more drops of rain now on the screen. And if you're just joining us now, we are in China for round 2 of Platinum class at TCR. It's been a very interesting start, a very interesting first 10 laps. We're on lap 11 of 28 right now, and we are getting more and more drops on the screen, so we are expecting rain to come very, very soon. I'm gonna switch over here to the tires to see if anybody is gonna take that first bite and if they're gonna go into the pits. So there's still DRS right now, so Dougie's following around Breezy. I think he's playing the smart game here. He's just gonna follow him around, he's gonna use the DRS, he's gonna try and save his fuel, save his battery maybe. But in the meantime, we've got Go-To Guy that's closing in on both of them. He's been able to stay with them pretty much the whole race. We've got Sequid that was very close at the start, but he's starting to drop back a little bit. He's actually started to catch up now that the rain is coming. So that's going to be very interesting to watch as well. Gonna see where he's going to be able to end up and when he's going to be pitting. But meanwhile, back to the front here. Go-to guy in third, following very, very closely to Dougie, just 0.3 of a second behind. Dougie 0.6 of a second behind Joe Breezy. So I think they're starting to feel the conditions changing underneath them, and maybe somebody's gonna start responding soon. But so far we still got DRS here. So everybody's still going around on their dry tires. I don't think Seafreeze is going to be very happy about this weather change right now, because that is definitely going to mess with his strategy a little bit. I think he might end up losing a little bit of the advantage that he would have otherwise gotten being on the hard tires, because pretty much the pit stop strategies are not going to be reset because of the weather. So it's all going to be very interesting to see how they're going to all play this. We've got HVAC Toaster moving up to 6th position, but he runs wide and Nick Minty gets him back. And now also Kersey is very, very close behind him, so we've got a little bit of a battle going on here in the midfield. Let's follow this around to see, because pretty much the first 3-4 people are in their own race right now, and these guys have got their own DRS battle going on the main front and on the back front, and all of the straights around here. But the rain is still coming. We've got yellow flags in third sector for a Mercedes. We've got our first victim of the conditions. He spun around, he's lost his whole front wing, so that's definitely not going to be good. I think he's probably going to be the first one to go into the pits here, and his teammate is coming in as well. Oh no, never mind. We've got a Haas coming in as well. So Xander is coming in, Kev is coming in. Are they going to fit intermediates, or are they going to stay on dry tires here? I'm seeing intermediates coming out for Kev Berge, and Xander is going on mediums is what it's showing me, but I'm not sure if this is the game glitch where it's messed up or if it's all good now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's on mediums, so only Kev Berge is taking that first bite. Oh, and we've got a safety car. We've got a safety car at China. I think this is the time when everybody is going to start making their stops. So now let's take a look at if people are going to stop and what sort of tires they're going to go on to. We've got Joe coming in, Dougie coming into the pits, Go-To Guy coming into the pits, Sequid is coming into the pits as well. It looks like Seafreeze is going to continue on his medium tires, or on his hards, I do apologize. So he's going to take the lead right now under the safety car, but I'm not sure if he's going to go into the pits later on. Kersey is not pitting either, he's continuing on his hards. But we've got Joe Breezy coming out on intermediates, Dougie coming out on intermediates, iRoll staying on dry tires, Go-To Guy on intermediates, Sequid is coming out on intermediates as well, Nick Minty also taking the intermediate tires. We've got Toaster going on soft. I'm not sure again if this is the glitch that we're seeing or if he is actually on soft tires, but very, very mixed grid here. This is going to be interesting. Talon, we've got Professional pitting for intermediates and Giant also pitting for intermediate tires. So very, very mixed grid. Some people are decided to stay on their hard tires and continue on in the race on dry tires in this weather, so it doesn't seem like it's wet enough maybe. It's definitely very, very hard to judge the conditions, not being on the track, not being in the car. So I'm not really sure who's really going for the risk here or who's playing it safe. But I haven't seen the DRS being disabled yet, so very, very interesting conditions here. And it's definitely going to throw an interesting wrench into the race. Oh, Giant Johnson just retired. What happened to Giant Johnson? Giant Johnson retired. Oh, and he's left the session as well. What has happened here? I haven't seen it. Oh, I think we're gonna see him go. I do see him on the mini map, and he is in the wall, it looks like. Oh no. So we've got our first DNF in this race. Giant Johnson, he was running in a pretty good position here. It's definitely sad to see him not finish this race. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but when I was following around the map in the Mercedes of Kev Berge, I did see him on the side of the track beside the wall. So I'm not sure if he just spun out and hit the wall, or if something happened, or if he had some contact from anybody. I definitely hope not. But definitely very sad to see our first DNF here. And it's Giant Johnson, not the person that I was sort of expecting to DNF. And now we've got a very, very, very interesting situation here. We're on lap 15 of 28 at China. We've got somewhat wet conditions. I'm not sure if DRS has been disabled yet because we're under safety car, but right before we went to safety car, we still had DRS. And we've got people choosing to go on all kinds of different strategies here. So we've got Seafreeze and Kersey. They're both going on the hard tire. Joe Breezy, Dougie, Go-To Guy, Sequit, and Nick Minty all on intermediates. And we've got HVAC Toaster on softs. So I'm not sure if he's taking a gamble here or if he's feeling like the conditions are fine enough and everybody else is just panicking. But that's going to be very, very interesting to see where he goes with these tires and how long he's going to be able to stay on them. He just pitted for them, so they're brand new, they're very fresh, they're very nice. We've got Fatal on mediums, iRoll on softs. So we've got about 6 people here in the middle of the grid, and actually Talon is now pitting. I'm guessing he's probably going to put on some intermediate tires. Yes, he does. He's going on intermediates. Professional is staying out on medium tires. So again, this is going to be very, very interesting towards the second half of the race to see what we're going to end up with here, because we've got Seafreeze and Kersey on 15 lap old hards in intermediate conditions, or what looks to be intermediate conditions, and then a bunch of people in intermediates, a bunch of people on dry tires that are somewhat new. I mean, a lot newer than the first 2 guys in the grid here. So either Toro Rosso has some crazy idea that they're gonna pull off here, or they're pretty much gonna lose this race right here, because I mean, these guys are gonna be quick, even if the conditions are not, you know, ultimate for these tires. And we just got the race control message, safety car is in this lap. So yeah, I mean, the conditions look wet. I'm not sure if it's wet, but it's definitely pretty moist out there. And and this is going to be pretty crazy. We're getting ready for the restart. Safety car is going to head in. The people in first and second are going to have no tires. They're going to have 16 lap old hard tires in intermediate conditions. these guys, my bet is they're just gonna run away with the race, but which one of them takes it? That's gonna be the very interesting part. So I'm gonna stay on board here with Joe Breezy because I think he's gonna be the one to really watch here in this restart. We're getting ready to go back to racing in China in Platinum class, round 2 of TCR. And Dougie just got a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Oh no, Dougie, that's definitely gonna suck. And just like we all predicted, Kersey and Freeze are having a very hard time on these tires. So let's watch Joe Breezy here. I know he's gonna make a move on Freeze at some point, but I'm not ruling out anything yet. Wow, and I mean, so far this race has been something else. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 2. It looks like it's for Kersey. He's... oh no, never mind, that was Fatal. He's had a little bit of a moment, and he's at the very, very back here. Freeze goes very, very wide around the corner, and now we've got Joe Breezy closing in on him very, very quickly. He's very close. I'm pretty sure he's gonna take it, and he's gonna overtake him on this straight, but let's see what happens. We've got yellow flag in Sector 3. That is for HVAC Toaster and Talon have come together, it looks like. But let's go back to the front here. Joe Breezy, he's running alongside. Is he gonna be able to hold it? He squeezes, come on, yeah, and he goes ahead. Joe Breezy is now your new leader. And now Freeze is being chased down by Go-To Guy as well. And it looks like he's gonna get overtaken here. Go-To Guy is running alongside and he moves into second. We've got a bunch of people pitting right now. Everybody who was still on those dry tires, I'm guessing. And Freeze is being attacked now by iRoll as well. Oh, and we've got another yellow flag in the second sector. I didn't really see what happened there, but it looks like Dougie is in the pits. Just coming out of the pits right now. Fatal was in the pits as well, putting on some intermediates. Dougie is still going on medium tires. He's still keeping those dries. Joe Breezy is now your new leader after passing Freeze on his intermediate tires, while Freeze and Kersey were running some sort of very interesting strategy, staying out under the safety car on their hard tires in the middle of the race. And we've got Kev Berge retiring from the race. He had a little bit of a moment in Sector 1, it looked like, or Sector 3. And he's out of the race now. So we've got 2 DNFs, Kev Berge and Giant Johnson. But we've got Joe Breezy leading with Go-To Guy behind him, 0.9 of a second behind. Freeze still managing to stay in third on 17 lap old hard tires. And he's only 4 seconds behind right now. Is he gonna ever pit for any sort of other tires? It looks like iRoll is now giving up on this soft strategy. That didn't seem to work out for too long. He was on them for 4 laps or 3 laps. So he's gonna drop a few positions now as Hot Bread overtakes him. Talon Guy is now in 5th position. Nick Minty in 4th. Freeze still holding on to his 3rd position. We've got 4 people in the pits right now. Professional going on intermediates. iRoll, Toaster. What is going on with Toaster here? Was he double stacking? Oh, I think he got double stacked and now he's gonna get held in the pits too. Oh, not a good moment for him. So far we've only got now Hot Bread still going around on the mediums, and I don't think he's going to be able to stay on those for too much longer, as everybody else is giving up and going on intermediates, making an extra stop, so that was definitely not good for a lot of people here. And just looking at the stops here, so we've had Joe Breezy, go-to guy, with one stop. Seafree still hasn't made any stops. He's on 19 lap old hard tires, and he's just gotten overtaken now by Nick Minty. Those tires definitely must be giving up on him by now. He must be heading into the pits at some point. I mean, he can't hold off on these tires for too long. Now he's got Talon behind him as well, chasing him down. He's going to overtake him here. Is Seafree's finally going to go into the pits? He does. Oh, and he runs wide and he hits the wall. No! Oh no, that was definitely not the right entry into the pits. Seafree's lost a lot of time there. I'm hoping he didn't lose too much front wing, but it does look like he is gonna get a front wing. Let's check out the pit crew here. No front wing for him, so just the tires. He's going on intermediates, but that was not a good entry into the pits. That was definitely not ultimate. And where's Seafree's gonna come out now? He comes out in 9th position, and he's being closely chased by Fatal right now. As we have another pit stop from Hot Bread. Toaster is making another pit stop, and Toaster has retired from the race. I think he's had enough for one night here. He's definitely not had a very good race tonight. Lots of incidents everywhere though. Very exciting race here tonight. If you're just joining, we are in lap 20 of 28 at China, round 2 of Platinum class for TCR. And we've had one hell of a race, absolutely crazy. We've had incidents on the first lap. Lots of people had their front wings broken, and then they had a bunch of different incidents. We've had some penalties. We still have a bunch of people with penalties, I'm pretty sure, at least a couple. We've had a safety car. We've had a couple of people that decided to run very interesting strategies, like Kersey and Seafreeze, who ran hard tires on wet conditions for 19 or 20 laps in total. So that was very interesting from them. Kersey's not doing very bad right now. He's actually in 5th position, so he's not too far. He's recovered very well. He's went from 7th at the start of the race up to 5th. But talking about position changes, we've got Talon up in 4th, starting at 14th, so he's up 10 positions. We've also got Xander, who's up 7 positions in total, going from 13th up to 6th right now, with only 7 laps to go, so he's in a great position here. Professional up from 15th up to 7th as well. Great drive from him. I think he really utilized all of the incidents to his advantage and just pulled it off, and I hope he can hold it off until the end as well. That would be a great finish from him. I-Roll up 4 positions from where he started, and then we get into the people that lost out in this whole crazy race. Oh, and Talon. We've got Talon overtaking Nick Minty up into 3rd position right now. Up 11 positions in total from the start. He's heading for a podium finish here. That is absolutely crazy. Very exciting here. Nick Minty is starting to drop back right away as well. 1.3 seconds behind already. Talon is 16.7 seconds behind go-to guy, so I don't think he's going to be able to recover from that position anymore. But that is a great drive from Talon, going from 14th all the way up to third right now. Absolutely crazy. Got Xander running in 6th, Professional running in 7th right now. They're separated by about 1.3 seconds. So this is a position that could still go to any one of them if Professional is able to keep up his pace. He looks to be catching up to Xander right now. He just lost a couple of tenths there, but before that he was definitely recovering some time, so gonna be interesting to see there. Go-to guy right now, 1.6 seconds behind Joe Breezy. He's keeping his same position where he started, on second position, still running in second right now after this crazy race has unfolded here so far. Safety cars incidents, we have 3 DNFs, that is Toaster, Kev Berge, and Giant Johnson. Giant Johnson was running in a great position. He was running in around 4th and 3rd and 5th for most of the race, and then just before the safety car, I think, or just during the safety car, had a little bit of an off, and we saw him in the wall, but never really saw what happened to him, so definitely unfortunate for him. We've got Talon Guy with a great recovery running in 3rd right now, Nick Minty in 4th, Kersey, he is in 5th, which is 2 positions better where he started from, but he's definitely not going to be happy with that because I think he went on a little bit of a gamble with his strategy. Could have definitely had a higher position here. Xander again in 6th right now. He is being chased down by Professional. He's down to 1.1 seconds. So 1.0 now. He's definitely recovering some time. This position that could go to either one of them. I think Xander just had a little bit of a lag spot there, so the gap went a little bit crazy. We've got iRoll running in 8th. Seafreeze, definitely not gonna be happy with this one. Again, him and his teammate decided to run a very long strategy on their hards. They decided to stay under the safety car, not pitting for intermediates or anything. So lost out on a bunch of time and a bunch of positions. Fatal is in 10th, exactly where he started. Sequid definitely lost out. I think he had a couple of moments and a couple of incidents right after the start and in the middle of the race before the rain came, so a little bit unfortunate for him. Hot Bread had some good qualifying. He started in 9th, I think, and now dropped to 12th. He's also got a penalty that's still gonna be applied, I'm pretty sure, unless he served it in the pits. And Dougie, that is definitely not a good position to see him in. I mean, he was running really high in the race. He was leading for a lot of the time. Him and Joe Breezy were fighting for the lead, and then right before the rain came, things just went south for him, so definitely unfortunate. And we're on lap 24 of 28. Let's see if anybody else is running on any other tires, but we've got all of the stops here. We've got a bunch of people with 3 stops, like Dougie and Sequit and Xander and Professional. I'm really surprised to see Xander in 6th after 3 stops. Everybody is running on intermediate tires right now as well. So yeah, I mean, a very, very exciting race. Very unpredictable. I definitely didn't see this sort of a race coming, with the weather, with the incidents at the starting of the race, with the very interesting strategies that everybody decided to go on. And now we're just down to the last 4 laps here. Everybody's pretty much running their own race. I mean, there's a huge difference between, huge gap between Go-To Guy and Talon, 18.2 seconds. Nick Minty is running behind Talon, 4.6 seconds, and then Kersey, 10 seconds behind them, so very, very big gaps here. Xandermar, 5.4 seconds. Professional seems to have dropped quite a bit of time in the last couple of laps here. I mean, he was running close to a second behind Zandermar, but pretty sure he's still going to be very happy with that finish. Starting in 15th, recovering to 7th. Very, very nice. I-roll, pretty good recovery from him as well. Starting in 12th right now, running in 8th. Still got 3 laps to go, so I'm pretty sure he'll be happy with that recovery here. He's 3.2 seconds behind Professional, so unless somebody makes some sort of mistake from now until the end of the race, I think we're pretty much gonna be stuck with this grid here. We've had lots and lots of incidents so far, lots of exciting moments. So I think we're just settling in for the last few laps here. And oh, we've got Hotbread with another 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. And we've got a yellow flag. Oh, Hotbread, has he spun out? Dougie is going slowly as well. I'm not sure what happened there. Was there some sort of incident between Hotbread and Dougie? But we've got a 4th DNF now. Hotbread is out of the race, so that means Dougie moves into 12th position. Still not a good position that he would want to be in, and we've got a virtual safety car. I'm wondering if anybody is gonna take this opportunity right now and go for a very, very, very late pit stop. I mean, Talon, go-to guy could. He's got 23 seconds, so definitely one that could go for that gamble, but I'm not really sure that anybody actually will. I think this is pretty much what we're gonna see for the end of the race here. And the fastest lap currently, we've got Sequid with 135.4, but unfortunately, he is running in 11th, so he's not actually gonna get that point, as far as I know. And just taking a quick look at all of the penalties right now. So Giant Johnson was out of the race. Hotbread is out of the race. Hotbread, we've got a 10-second for Dougie, 5-second for Kev Berge, which I'm pretty sure is out of the race as well. Hotbread is DNF'd, and Joe Breezy, speeding under virtual safety car, gets a 20-second penalty. This is gonna turn everything around. That will pretty much mean that if Talon is able to recover a little bit of time, he can get 2nd place. Go-to guy is definitely gonna get 1st now with this penalty. He can definitely still finish on the podium, Joe Breezy, but wow, that is very, very late and not a penalty that you want to get at this point in the race. It's all of this work and then you get that. I feel so bad for Breezy. I mean, really, really sucks. And now Talon is in a very interesting position. He needs to recover about 1.4 seconds here, but he is dropping more and more time behind, so I'm not sure he's going to be able to do it, but he might be able to take 2nd place if he just recovers a 1.5 seconds in the next couple of laps, or if Go-To Guy or Joe Breezy make a nice little mistake. Oh man, that is definitely gonna be frustrating for Joe Breezy, driving a great race. He started from 3rd. He's had a bunch of incidents all around him. He's had the weather change on him and managed to recover beautifully into 1st position, played it all right, but those little things, those little moments, that little split second when you when you lose concentration, under safety car, under virtual safety car, it's happened to me a couple of times before, and it's massively frustrating, but you just have to keep on focused all the time and watch your delta and make sure you're not in the red. And yeah, unfortunately, that's gonna be the really deciding factor of the race today. Even after all the incidents, even after all of the strategies, virtual safety cars, I think we've had 2 or 3 of those. We've had a full course safety car. We went from a wet qualifying to a dry start to another wet weather change. We had a safety car right after the weather change, and all of that did not affect the final result because speeding under the virtual safety car got Joe Breezy a 20-second penalty. So just before we get to the end of the race, let's just run through the grid again. So Joe Breezy in first, but he's got a 20-second penalty. Go-to guy in second. Talon making a huge recovery from 14th to 3rd. Still gonna no, he's not gonna get second, unfortunately, but still a great drive from him. Nick Minty recovers to 4th position, starting in 8th. Kersey in 5th right now. Xander in 6th with another amazing drive, also starting in 13th. So great job from Xander there. Professional in 7th. iRoll in 8th. Seafreeze dropped down to 9th. Fatal in 10th. Sequid right now in 11th. Dougie in 12th. He's definitely going to be very upset with that result, being pretty much in first for most of the race, qualifying on pole. But we are following Joe here, who's coming around the penultimate corner. He's got go-to guy 1.3, 1.4 seconds behind. Joe Breezy is going to cross the line first, but this is going to be so frustrating. He is going to lose the race win to go-to guy just because of a 20-second penalty for VSC for speeding. Definitely very dramatic end to this race. Talon is coming around the last corner right now. He's going to be very, very happy with this race. Starting in 14th, recovering to 3rd, getting a beautiful podium, beautiful drive from him. He's definitely driver of the day for me. I'm not sure about everybody else, but I think that was incredible drive. Nick Minty crossing the line in 4th. Kersey crossing the line in 5th, starting in 7th. Xander making a huge drive from 13th to 6th. Professional recovering 8 positions to 7th. iRoll recovering 4 positions to 8th. Seafreeze not going to be happy with that one, finishing in 9th, but still a couple of points on the board, so very, very good from him. Fatal getting the last point on the grid in 10th position. Sequid lost 6 positions throughout the race, finishing 11th, and Dougie is still making his way around in 12th. He's going to be our last finisher here, having started the race on pole position. Definitely very, very frustrating from him. But that is pretty much it for the Chinese Grand Prix here, round 2 of TCR Platinum class. I mean, wow. What a race. Go-to guy taking the win here because of a penalty. Oh wow, I mean, I'm just speechless after this whole race. We've had so much going on. Absolutely crazy. Wow, guys, so that was absolutely incredible race. We've had so much going on here. We've had virtual safety cars, change of weather, Go-to guy finishing first after Joe Breezy gets that 20-second penalty. Talon finishing third. Huge recovery, starting 14th on the grid. Nick Minty starting 8th, finishing 4th. So that was pretty good as well. Kersey 5th. Xander 6th. Professional 7th. iRoll 8th. Seafreeze 9th. Fatal's finishing in 10th. Sequid in 11th. Dougie in 12th. Gonna be very, very upset with that one, I'm sure. Definitely not a good drive, but that was an absolutely action-packed Grand Prix from start to finish. I mean, I am just amazed. This was my first full comment race, and wow, absolutely incredible. So that was it for China. I'm not sure if we're gonna do any sort of post-race interviews. Let's take a look here. We probably want to hear from Freeze. And also go-to guy, those guys. I'm not sure I'll be able to access the party, unfortunately, though, so I think this is where I'm gonna end things off, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I want to thank the league and all the organizers and all the drivers for having a great, extremely exciting race tonight. I mean, I couldn't have expected any of this. I think we're gonna have to hear from the drivers on either the next one or through the Discord channel or on the comments. Again, thank you everybody for watching. Thanks to the league organizers. Thank you for Fanatec for being our affiliate on this as well. And we will see you guys next week. Regular time, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, silver, gold, and platinum, just like always. Next week is Japan. Japan is a great track, very, very exciting. It's very, very technical as well, so I think it's gonna be very interesting to watch there. If it's gonna be anything like this week, if we're gonna get weather changes and VSCs and SCs and all of that kind of stuff, I mean, I cannot wait for that one. I'm not sure if I'll be commentating, but thanks again for this chance to commentate on this race. I hope I did alright, and want to throw a shout out to Seafreeze for giving me the chance. Want to throw a shout out to the only people that were here with me commentating were my dog, my cat, and my wife. So everybody have a great night, and again, we'll see you guys next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for silver, gold, and platinum class in Japan for round 3 of TCR. Have a great night.